everyone, I'm Katrina and today I'm going to be doing the Now We Rise book tag, which was inspired by Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. All of the questions are based on the different Maji clans, so the different types of magic that we see in the book. This tag was created by Rebecca Goff and she created this tag for the Now We Rise blog tour, and I saw the tag and I thought I'd like to do it, so I'm going to be doing it today. The Iku Clan, Maji of Life and Death. What's a trope you'd love to see die, and a trope that you'd like to see live or flourish more often? I'm not the biggest fan of the chosen one trope, especially when there's a prophecy involved. This is especially in the cases where the prophecy is basically only reason why the main character is going on this quest or saving the day, and there's not much else tying them to the conflict aside from wrong place, wrong time type thing. I like it when there's a little more involved in it. As for a trope I love seeing, or one I would like to see more of, I really enjoy slow burning romances. If we see characters that don't really know each other or even start out hating each other, that is a bonus. And then over time they start to develop a connection, they develop a friendship, which then progresses into a romance. Oh, I love that so much. I just really enjoy seeing them getting to know each other as people rather than because they're attracted to them. But I really like seeing that underlying attraction between the two and just like the tension building very slowly over time, and then when they finally get together, it's the most satisfying thing. The Emi Clan, Maji of Mind, Spirit and Dreams. What do you immediately connect with when it comes to a book? From the get-go, if it has really beautiful lyrical writing but not over the top, then I'm just immediately drawn into that book. Something else that if I see I'll immediately connect with that book is female friendships. I absolutely adore seeing female friendships in books. Would like to see it more often. The Omi Clan, Maji of Water. If you could push a book on anyone, what would you immediately recommend? Okay, way to put me on the spot. There's just so many books I would recommend to different types of readers and for different reasons, but the first two that come to mind are The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss and The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. They are two of my favourite books. Absolutely incredible. The Aiye Clan, Maji of Fire. If your house was on fire and you could only save one book, what would it be? I hate these types of questions so much, oh my god. They're stressful to think about. How can you choose just one? I have so many books in my collection that I treasure dearly and would want to save. There's some rare ones that I wouldn't be able to get again, which is what I more lean towards. Oh my gosh, I really hate these questions. Okay, if I absolutely have to choose one, the first one that comes to mind at the moment is this rare ARC edition of Nevernight by J. Kristoff. If I could take my whole Nevernight collection and my Name of the Wind collector's edition and my Strange the Dreamer books, I would, but it's saying one. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, I'm not going to get too angry about this. This is one of the rarer ARCs. With a lot of the other books, I'm sure I could potentially find it or DIY the sprayed edges or something like that. I can work something out, but with this ARC, this was really hard to find. This would be one of the ones that I'd really struggle parting with. Oh my gosh. Don't ask me that question again. The Afefe Clan, Maji of Air. What's a book that had you floating on air out of happiness? One of my recent reads, The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, just filled me with so much joy. It was a gorgeously sweet book and there were so many happy moments, not only for Molly, the main character, but also some of the other characters in her life, the other members of her family and friends. It was beautiful and it had me like crying tears of joy, so I'm gonna say that one. The Aiye Clan, Maji of Iron and Earth. A book that's made an impact on you or on the world. I'm going to say The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I plan on reading this book very soon. I know I'm like kicking myself over the fact I haven't read it yet. I have no good reason whatsoever, and I just know that when I do read it, I think it will have an impact on me. I think it will teach me a lot, and I know that for so many other readers, especially people of colour, that it has had a huge impact, and I think it's had a big impact on the publishing industry. The Hate You Give was inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement, and it does contribute to the fight against systemic racism. And the fact that we have a book written by a person of colour, featuring characters of colour, and that openly talks about racism, oppression and injustice, and it's been on the New York Times bestseller list for over 50 weeks, is incredible. I think that this book is absolutely paving the way for even more marginalized voices to be heard and make waves in the publishing industry. I just think it's such an important book and I need to read it yesterday. I'll get on it. The Aiye Clan, Maji of Darkness and Light. Who are your favourite morally grey characters? Where to begin? I love morally grey characters. They are some of my absolute favourites, so I'll name just a few so this video doesn't go on and on forever. But we have Victor Vale from Vicious, Mia from the Nevernight Chronicle, Aiden from the Illuminae Files, so many of the characters from Strange the Dreamer, and dare I even begin with Game of Thrones. I think I'll just leave it at that. The Iku Clan, Magi of Health and Disease. Which book had a plot twist you did not see coming and left you feeling sick with feels? I've read quite a few books recently that has shocked me, but there have been some plot twists, both small and big, from the Illuminae Files, the Nevernight Chronicle, and the Red Rising Saga that just shook me. Reading those books was a stressful experience, but worth it. Read those books. The Aiye Clan, Magi of Time. Name your most anticipated release of 2018. Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff. And lastly, the Iku Clan, Magi of Animals. Your favourite underrated or side characters? I think my answer is rather fitting considering this is a Magi of Animals. I'm actually going to say any animal companion that we see in a book. There are two series that I've recently been really enjoying, and part of that is absolutely because of the magical animal companions that the main characters have. From the Nevernight Chronicle, we have Mr. Kindly, who is a shadow cat, and Eclipse, a shadow wolf. In these cases in particular, I really liked how these companions provided some humour, so being really snarky and the banter between them and the main character, but also the bickering between themselves because we've got these cats and dogs, so obviously they're gonna butt heads a little bit. But as well as that, the loyalty and the love that we see from these companions is just so heartwarming. I adore them so very much. That concludes the Now We Rise book tag, and I'm going to tag Emma from Emma Books and Piara from Piara Ford, and if any of you guys have also read The Children of Blood and Bone and would like to do this tag, then feel free to do so. But that is all that I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon in a new one, but until next time, I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye!